This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. Rich Thorner alongside my friend and colleague, New Zealand's own Frank Nobilo. And we're here in the South Pacific Ocean at a pirate's scavenger yard turned golf course. It's known as Treasure Island. Frank, out to score a treasure here today. What can you tell us about this amazing course?
Well, Rich, on the subject of scavengers, that's what you've got to be on a golf course. You want the lowest possible score you can. You want to be an absolute miser when it comes to making bogeys. Few and far between. Golf course is certainly challenging. More than one way to often play some of the holes out here at Treasure Island. Look at the coastline, Buccaneers Bay, the volcano in the distance, and of course, pirates. Pirates, all to be seen.
Into the tall cabbage, that ball is swallowed up. Spieth came out of the University of Texas, led the Longhorns to the NCAA title his freshman year.
Yeah, one of the advantages of talent at an early age, it puts you ahead of the learning curve.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
And setting up here in the rough.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
This is a good-looking shot. sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
So, third shot now for Rory McIlroy. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Even par early on. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Frank, you've seen golf holes around the world. What do you think of the par 3 second here at Treasure Island?
Fun hole, really, Rich. Small green just up there on that ledge, and really, you have to pick the right weapon off this tee.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Has the putt, and now at -1.
Even par currently.
Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, this is an amazing tee ball that the player is asked to hit. You need to be down that left side. That's obvious, but you don't want to go too far left. That is also obvious.
Yeah, too far left and you'll be more than shipwrecked. This is the first par 5 at Treasure Island. A good one down that left side, obviously between the water and mountain range, and you just might be able to get home in two.
Can't tell, Frank. Do you think there's a way to go down that right side?
There is a secret passage, but I can't tell you. What a great shot.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Second from an excellent lie. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Frank, you got a round in here yesterday. How'd you fare?
Slit my throat, Reese.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Down the hill from here, Frank probably going to go with one club less. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Getting set now over the putt. So a drop shot here at the third hole, Frank.
Yeah, another putt missed.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. And so just getting started, even par so far. So they'll tap in. Makes the putt and moving in the right direction, 2 under par. Well, Frank, as if this tee shot wasn't hard enough, look what's in the distance just to throw a little scare into the player.
Devil's Cauldron. Yeah, that's the volcano in the distance. But it's also a good line there, Rich. This is a really narrow fairway that's anything other than straight. So your tee shot, you really have to imagine where that ball's going to land. Which part of the fairway is it going to land on?
You really need to be on your game here at Treasure Island. Beautiful looking shot right here. Good tee shot right in the short grass. I mean, that is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Birdie try up next. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away.
Should be safely on deck.
Well, he's overshot the green here.
Fire the caddy, Rich. Seriously. Any other club other than that one.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
When you consider the length of that putt, it's a good putt.
One thing Spieth has shown early in his career, he is rock solid on the par putts. Wow, I didn't expect that. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That is a solid par putt. Tough hole. Has this now for double bogey.
You know they say you have to keep a level head.
Must you?
Well, what do you do when it's about to fall off?
Frank, this is quite a hole, isn't it?
It's certainly not a hole to lose your head on. A short par 4, dogleg slightly to the right.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Oh, my goodness, that could have been really bad.
Can you imagine if that kicks towards the bunker?
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Good looking shot right here. That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Sixth hole now at Treasure Island, Frank. This is a severe downhill par 4.
A series of tee boxes here to play, but you're right, Rich. Just sort of tee it up there, let that ball float a little further because of the downhill. Tee shot wants to be left to that huge needle rock to the player's right. And from there, once again, you're not going to have a long second shot to a green that is very, very kind.
You are going to have some really good views from up here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Here's the second par 5 on the front 9. It's the 7th. Frank, what's the strategy here? What a hole.
I think when you stand on this tee, you really have to accept the fact that it's going to take you 3 shots to get here, no matter how good you are. Not really worth the go, because you'd have to hit some sort of monumental second shot that got up very, very quickly. And chances are you won't get a flat lie on this fairway. It is anything other than straight and anything other than level. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really just play good from the first hole on. Rhythm's good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart, very smart decision making as well. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Just a bit offline and into the bunker. And from the fairway for his second shot here. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Now, my yardage book says 145 yards to the hole. Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
You're just battling to make par. And this is going to be difficult.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Oh, what a shot! I mean, almost in. Third shot for Jordan Spieth. How do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Did the job right there. Frank, that looks like a landing strip down there, doesn't it?
It does. It looks like a cross as well, but really we know, because we're on Treasure Island, it's an X, and it marks the spot of the 8th green, the par 3. You won't get gold, you won't get silver, but you might. You might just make a bird.
Wonder what's under that green.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie try up next. Good chance at one. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Clean this up with a tap. Well, you have to like that. 4 under. Frank, I have to be honest. I'm tired of looking at you. It is nice to look at a pretty feature on a hole. How about that mermaid out there?
I never noticed it, Rich. I was looking at the shipwreck in the distance.
It's all golf with you, isn't it? So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough.
Ah, nice.
Looks good.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. It's got 5 minutes to find it.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now at 5 under for the round. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that. long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Frank, you're in the business of analyzing golf shots.
I don't want to see that one again.
Moves to -8. 6 under on the day. Moving on to the 11th, it's a par 5 right in the middle of Buccaneer Bay. And Frank, this is an ingenious design.
You've got to keep both hands on the wheel here, Rich, because there's so many choices involved. Really 5 fairways to hit at. And then there's a landing area in the distance if you can't reach this par 5 and 2. Obviously, the further right you go, the shorter the hole gets. But look how much smaller the fairway gets. Second shot.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Good looking shot right here. That is brutal. That is bad. It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there.
That's as bad a shot as I've seen for a long while.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Frank, this is why gamers love Treasure Island, because of the challenge, because of holes like this.
There's always choices to be made. The biggest fairway, do you go for that? Do you go for the longest fairway? Do you go for the shortest fairway? All those choices, those fairways, they're just a little bit bigger than the size of a green. Once you find a fairway, there it is in the distance. That's the pot of gold.
Where do you drop your clubs and go to the beach and call it a day? I mean, this is some tough work out here. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I tell you, a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, this is an amazing hole. The par 5 13th. First chance eventually to get to Volcano Island, but also a chance to make a huge number here. So much trouble.
Well, you can see why, too. There's trouble all over the place here, Rich. Fairway really is down the right side. And then it depends on how far you hit that tee shot. For multiple of choices with the second, do you go all the way down there? Do you even try and reach the par 5 and 2? Or do you skip across to the other side on the left? And then faced with a lengthy third shot. All those decisions abound on this par 5, just under 600 yards. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
Every once in a while, you're reminded this is a pretty hard game.
That was evidence. Well, when you can't reach the green out of a fairway bunker, do the next best thing. That's put the ball in play. That's exactly what we just saw.
Smart shot. And that's a bogey. Ten under par on the day. Frank, here we go at the 14th, right at the base of Devil's Cauldron.
Yeah, things are starting to heat up here at this par 4 that bends to the right. Sliver of fairway, that's to be gone at. And then the green just tucked around the side. So blind with the tee shot, but a good tee shot shouldn't leave too much of a problem with that second shot. And really a good chance for birdie.
That is a good tee shot, too. Molten lava. That one was hot right off the club face.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You've hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. Locked in on the read and the speed. Now minus 10 for the round. Frank, we say it so often in golf, it's a grind. This is a grind with a capital G.
Certainly is. Up, and away as we start our climb up the hill. Par 3's not overly long, but it's going to play much longer than its real yardage because we're going up, straight up that volcano. So you better flight that tee shot properly.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Eyeing this putt for a birdie. Mark a birdie on the card. Frank, the climb continues here at the 16th. Tricky, especially off that tee. You can see there's trouble there on the left.
Devil's elbow. That's why it's called that, Rich. Aim a little far left or don't find the landing strip and you will pay a severe price on this dogleg right par 4. Plus the green is just sort of cut right into the side of the volcano.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. This for Jordan Spieth's birdie. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
He'll take par and move on. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. He's made it. Frank, this is kind of like walking the plank here at the 17th hole. Zero margin for error.
Yeah, the hole bends to the left a little bit like a boomerang. But just to find the fairway takes something with nerve, precision, and a lot of guts. From there, it shouldn't be a difficult second shot. But like I said, find the fairway. You need nerve.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. What was he thinking there? Frank, what's the key? You just hit one OB.
Somehow forget what's just happened. Otherwise, the same thing's liable to happen.
Third shot now after having gone OB. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. This is a good-looking shot. You cannot hide the flagstick from that man inside of 5 feet. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Has this now for bogey. So a drop shot. Standing on top of the world here at the 18th Frank at Treasure Island, T-box situated right at the lip of, just a volcano, that's all. How do you survive this hole, Frank?
Well, you've certainly lost all thoughts and memories of Buccaneers Bay, because this is it. This is the finale, and what a way it is to finish. Flash your tee shot, hopefully up high in the sky. Carry the lava, the hot, boiling, molten lava that is. Find the green safely, putt out, and that's it. You've finished Treasure Island.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we're living in the present, like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
The first thing, really, Rich, just try and keep the same composure for tomorrow's round. Get some rest. We know that. Shouldn't really have to hit the range. Swings in good position. Just keep it easy and visualize how tomorrow's going to pan out.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome to Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, really amazing what man can do, shaping the land to make Wisconsin look like Scotland or Ireland or the moon, for that matter.
Well, this golf course is designed by Pete and Alice Dye, and you could say it's diabolical if you want to play it all the way up the back. Nearly 7,800 yards.
All right, Frank, we're all set to tee off here at the first. 405-yard par 4 to get it going.
Yeah, that bunker down the right is sort of the line, but if you feel a little sadistic, just go all the way back. 493 yards to the great championship tee.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Good contact, good result. Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Spieth trying to light the fuse. This one's for birdie. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. 1 under early in the round. Could use this one. This is for par. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Frank, bold is beautiful here at Whistling Straits, and this second hole is for the bold, isn't it?
Well, even though it's just under 600 yards, it is reachable for the long hitters. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, because that way you can see the green. There is bunkers left, and there is bunkers right.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards. Hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. This is position A, right in the fairway, and 180 yards to go. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Good score going. Now at 2 under par. All right, Frank, how do you like the look of the first par 3 in the golf course, the third hole?
Well, you have a good look at Lake Michigan for a start. That's certainly not where you want to hit it, though. Really use the green, the shape of the green, which angles to the left.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This from 7 feet. -4 early. He has this for par. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Back here at Whistling Straits, we're on the 4th tee. It's a par 4, and it's a good one, Frank. 494 yards.
Very intimidating to the eye there. It sort of makes you hit it down the left side, but that's where you've got to be careful. Because if you hit it down the left, it's going to kick further left and cause a lot of problems.
Beautiful looking shot right here. He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Well, Jordan Spieth simply is one of the great young talents to come along in years, Frank.
Yeah, one of the best things about Jordan is we don't know how good he's going to get, and that's a compliment.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Third shot for Jordan Spieth. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man, just slides by. And only a tap in left. Good putt. Over the putt, this is Jordan Spieth. Nice par to remain at 2 under. So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Frank, you don't see holes like the 5th here at Whistling Straits all that often, do you?
Not just the shape of the hole, the length. Pete Dyer's managed to put both the length and the design of the hole together to make it brutally tough, but at the same time strategically brilliant.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but that is well on the cards.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is classy.
No chance of going in.
Frank, this would be one you tell your buddies about. You got home in 2 at the hole they call Snake.
And they won't believe you.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. So makes the putt. And now at -6.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
This for birdie. -3 now, 3rd round. Hole number 6, another scenic view off the tee. It's a 409-yard par 4.
Yeah, the hole is well bunkered around the 300-yard mark. Ideally, you want to have that tee shot just short of that. Then it's not too hard a second shot.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, this was quite a collaboration between a business giant by the name of Herb Kohler, an insurance salesman with a genius for design. We know who that is. That's Pete Dye.
Yeah, you put the two together, and there's no question you finish up with a masterpiece.
A couple of American dreamers shooting for the stars, and they end up with Whistling Straits. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Jordan Spieth can really roll it. Has good feel. And let's see what he does with this putt.
Yeah, here we go. Starting to roll now. 4 under with that birdie.
Clean this up with a tap.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, some of these holes are absolute mind blowers. I mean, this seventh is like nothing I've ever seen.
It actually reminds me of a hole in New South Wales in Australia at the La Perouse or New South Wales golf course. Just the way in which it cuts into the coast. Just a gorgeous par 3.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now.
It's 180 yards now to the flagstick.
This one's going left, Rich.
Not knocking down the flagstick here, but looks as though it will find the green.
Getting set now over the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
8-foot putt here.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive.
That is a solid par putt. Frank, just tons of bunkers on the right. You hope the wind is in your favor.
Yeah, and sadly, your mind just about picks up on each and every one of them.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Looks like it's going to be in the rough. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. He'll need to be strong with this.
This is straight at it.
That's a really good line. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on?
Well, somehow you're going to have to thread a long iron in between those bunkers right and Lake Michigan.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Headed to the clubhouse now for a hot dog and a soda at the turn. But first, a little bit of business here with this par 4 ninth.
And this is going to take a straight tee shot. Trouble on both sides of this fairway. Also, be very, very aware of the shape of this fairway. It's downhill and slopes left to right.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the 9th?
It plays a little downhill, so it's going to play a little shorter than its distance.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
No way. He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
What a shot. Almost in.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Wow, touch of a locksmith out there, making everything.
Yeah, and the result, yet another birdie, too. Totally in command.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Continuing to play well. -7 now after that putt.
Par 5 11th, and Frank, just a few bunkers here on this hole.
A few. I've lost count of how many bunkers there are on 11. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, and this really where you take the head cover off, a good long one, because 645, doesn't matter whichever way you cut it, it's going to be a few good hits plus some more.
Excellent position, just a huge shot. Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Frank, this is a huge par 5. How reachable is it?
Well, probably chances of getting home there, you're going to need something around the 340-yard mark off the tee. If you've done that, well, one thing to be aware of is that huge bunker, that huge deep bunker short left of this green. Oh, this is right at it. I think if we stretch the tape, Rich, we might get to 29 feet.
They'll need to get all of this one. 200 yards, the second shot. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Boy, what a moment this would be. Jordan Spieth, an eagle putt. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Eyeing this putt for a birdie. 8 is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. Playing his third here at the par 5. I mean, almost hard to believe. 13 under already. Frank, the previous hole we took out the sledgehammer. Now at the 12th, we'll need a scalpel, it looks like.
At 163 yards, you wouldn't think it's very long, but really the problem is the green. You can pitch the ball in the middle of this green and still it can kick over. So be very, very aware of the mounding and the undulations on this green.
Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. And he has it for birdie. 13th hole now, and by the looks of this one, Frank, if you were right off the tee, things could go horribly wrong.
Massive drop-offs and bunkers to the right. Doubtfully you'd ever get a good lie if you missed this fairway on the right. So, flip side, keep the ball down the left. That's an absolute beauty.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a couple of feet. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. This will be a birdie if it drops. just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, any major championship gives you a good mix of holes. We've had some long ones, and now this one just under 400 yards.
But it will punish you if you're offline. There's trouble left and the mounds and the bunkers on the right. So ideally, it's positional tee shot.
So that sets up a tougher second shot. Missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker.
Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just trying to aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut. Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day.
Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot. What a great shot.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Jordan Spieth now on the approach shot. This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Frank, it hit the green, but he just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
What a shot. Perfectly placed right next to the hole. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's how you maintain momentum and make those putts for par. So they'll tap in. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, as you know, the finishing holes at a major championship can make even the world's #1 player buckle under the pressure. How do you avoid that?
Well, with a good drive to start here, there's a series of bunkers that start about 300 yards down the right side. You'd like to start your tee shot on those and maybe work it back towards the fairway to get a little bit more run and make this hole reachable.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously, for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Oh, my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. And just a great shot.
Good putt. Frank, the 17th hole, I don't like the sound of it. It's called pinched nerve. And I'm not sure I like the look of it. 249 yards and all sorts of trouble to the left.
Well, trouble to the left, there is some 20 feet below the level of the green, so that's a no-go zone. And then, of course, on the right, there's a huge mound, a sand dune there with a bunker in it. That sort of makes you hit that tee shot a little further left. But believe me, there is a little bit of green in between both. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Perfect. And in the hole. What a shot. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That is a solid par putt. Well, it's pretty simple. You want to put your name alongside the likes of Vijay Singh, Martin Keimer, men who've won PGA championships right here at Whistling Straits. Then you need to knuckle down and make something happen at this final hole.
Yeah, par to win might be easy to say, but on a hole like this, 520 yards, it's hard to do.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
It's fine.
Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. Most golf spectators play the game, whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators. Most golf fans are golfers.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Frank, this is money time. The approach shot here at 18.
Well, there's that carry over 7 Mile Creek. That's the biggest problem. So this long iron hit into this green, got to take plenty of club to make sure it finds its target.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Shouldn't be a problem here. And getting ready for the putt. He's made it. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.